This case was no less strange because of one important detail. It was reported that a house was standing nearby, right in the middle of the forest. I had never gone into those places before, too far from my usual path, but this time I had to. I had been delayed in the taiga and was in a hurry to get home. It was getting dark. Darkness had already enveloped everything in the area. The only source of light was my flashlight. But at one point I noticed a bright dot in the distance. It was a very bright dot, the light from which was shining among the trees. That's what tempted me. I went that way and half an hour later I saw it. There was a house in the middle of the forest, ruined, almost broken, and a light was burning inside. I started to look closer. I didn't want to go near it. I don't know why, but I was scared enough, and so I was standing there looking. And suddenly, I heard a strange sound coming from somewhere on the side of the house. A strange, rather loud sound, as if of mechanical origin, a slight humming, echoing into a kind of squeal. The lights in the house went out abruptly, and I ran from there with all my legs. As I ran, I suddenly heard a voice coming from the other side of the house. A very scary and frightening voice. "Who's there? I can feel you. Who are you?" At that moment I was enveloped in fear, a very strong fear, the kind I have never experienced before and never want to experience again. I don't know what it was. I don't know how to explain it. But what I do know is that I was extremely lucky not to be seen. The man's testimony was too crazy, but we had to check. And how can I put this? We found this house. It was in the middle of the woods, except there was no one inside. However, when we went inside, we were just dumbfounded. Everything was dusty. The furniture was broken. There was no glass, but there was something else. All the walls inside were scratched. There were scratches on every board, small, big, medium. Needless to say, we didn't find any generator or power lines. I don't think we should. But we did find something else, two identical red ribbons. In my spare time, I decided to find out whose house this was. I talked to different people, and they in turn checked with other people. Well, it's nobody's house. It's not in the records. It has no history, no occupants. Somebody built the house unauthorized at some point. But why? But what's more interesting is who left all those scratches and that red tape. Because there was no sign of people there.